The new Audi A5. This is a brand new vehicle that will replace the current A4 and the current A5. We don't have the exact price, but it will very likely start at over $45,000. It has a bunch of new features and many upgrades over its predecessors. And in this episode, we're going to go over the details we have about these new vehicles. So, let's dive right in. The new A5 looks stunning on the outside. On the front, I absolutely love the headlights. These are LED matrix headlights, and they have super cool animations. It also gets air vents at both sides of the bumper. The only thing I'm not very sure about is there are intakes underneath the huge grille. I am not very sure about that part, but otherwise, it looks fantastic. Down the side, the body panels are super smooth. They look outstanding. And those wheels are gorgeous. The flush door handles also look awesome. And the back looks amazing. The OLED rear light bar is so cool. It also has a bunch of animations, just like the headlights. The rear bumper also has an aggressive look to it. It's a fantastic looking vehicle. The Avant also looks amazing, especially from the side profile. These are both gorgeous looking vehicles, and they're pretty light. The A5 sedan weighs over 4,000 pounds, and the Avant weighs 32 pounds more. These are gorgeous looking cars. They look much better than the A4 and the previous A5 Sportback. The new Audi A5 has a beautiful interior. It has this huge widescreen curved display, which gives this cabin a high-tech feeling. The standard A5 models get a round 2-spoke steering wheel. The S models get a hexagonal 3-spoke steering wheel. This vehicle has glorious ambient lighting, and it looks especially good at night. You can also get the optional panoramic glass roof, which lets loads of light into the cabin. But it also has a special feature to prevent sunlight entering the cabin, maintaining a cool climate inside. Usually, Audi interiors are very high quality. They have expensive feeling materials, and all of the pieces and trims feel solid. The new A5 also has a longer wheelbase. That will result in more legroom in the back for rear passengers, and the Avant will have more headroom in the back since it has the extended roofline. Now for the comfort features, the A5 gets heated seats, a heated steering wheel, front ventilated and massaged seats, and a 15-watt wireless phone charger with cooling. Overall, this interior is a very nice place to be in. Now let's go over some of the cool features this vehicle has. As standard, the A5 comes with two displays. You have your 11.9-inch driver's display and the 14.5-inch center display, which provides most of the vehicle's controls. You can get an optional 10.9-inch passenger's display, and this display cannot be seen by the driver, so passengers can watch videos on this display while driving without distracting the driver, and these are all OLED displays. The A5 also comes with a heads-up display, providing loads of information. It has over-the-air updates, so as you own your Audi A5, it gets better over time. This vehicle has both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It also features Audi Assistant, allowing you to control specific functions with your voice. But Audi has also integrated ChatGPT into the Audi Assistant. That is really cool. So this voice assistant in the new Audi A5 has AI functionality. Really cool. You can also get the optional 3D Bang & Olufsen sound system, which provides 20 speakers. And this vehicle has App Store on the center and passenger display. It's a pretty high-tech vehicle. The new A5 and the S5 sedans come with a hatchback-style trunk, unlike the saloon-style trunk on the previous A4. But surprisingly, there's less space in the trunk of the new vehicles, so with the rear seats up, the A5 and the S5 have up to 14.7 cubic feet of space in the trunk. The previous A4 had up to 16 cubic feet of space, and the previous A5 Sportback had up to 22 cubic feet of space. Now with the rear seats down, these new vehicles have up to 44.9 cubic feet of space. The previous A4 with the seats down had up to 34 cubic feet of space, so that's an improvement compared to the A4, but the previous A5 Sportback had up to 45.2 cubic feet of space. However, the trunk space isn't really that bad, and with the hatchback style trunk, it's easier to load in items. Now with the rear seats up, the A5 and the S5 Avant have up to 15.8 cubic feet of space in the trunk. The previous A4 Avant had up to 17 cubic feet of space. And with the seats down, the new vehicles have up to 49.3 cubic feet of space. The previous A4 Avant had up to 53 cubic feet of space. The reason why the new vehicles have less trunk space is because of that 48-volt battery for the mild hybrid system. Some of the trunk space was used to properly fit the battery inside of the vehicle, and while it's a downgrade, these new vehicles still have an excellent amount of trunk space. With the standard A5 and the A5 Avant, we have two different petrol engine choices. As standard, they come with a 2-liter inline-4 petrol engine that makes 150 horsepower and 206 pound-feet of torque, but you can get a more powerful 2-liter 4-cylinder engine that makes 204 horsepower and 251 pound-feet of torque. They both power the front wheels as standard, but with a more powerful engine, you can get this vehicle in quattro all-wheel drive. But with the standard A5 and the A5 Avant, you also have two different diesel engine choices. Both of them generate the same amount of power as the petrol engines, and these diesel engines come with a 48-volt mild hybrid system. It features a motor in the gearbox, which can actually power the vehicle without the engine at low speeds, so you can drive this vehicle with the engine off in slow-moving traffic or while parking to reduce fuel consumption. This motor can also recharge the battery at up to 25 kilowatts through regenerative braking. The standard 150 horsepower diesel engine powers the front wheels. The 204 horsepower diesel engine powers all four wheels. Now, the S5 and the S5 Avant come with a 3-liter twin-turbo V6 engine. These turbochargers come with variable turbine geometry. How it works is they use adjustable vanes to direct the exhaust gas flow to the turbine blades for smooth torque buildup, even at low speeds. The S5 models also come with the mild hybrid system, and they have quattro all-wheel drive. So the combined power output for the S5 is 367 horsepower and 406 pound-feet of torque. That's 18 horsepower and 37 pound-feet of torque more than the previous S4 and S5 Sportback. All of the A5 and the S5 models come with a hydraulically operated 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. So then, how fast can these vehicles go? The standard A5 with the 204 horsepower diesel engine and with the quattro all-wheel drive are actually the fastest out of all the A5 models. This vehicle can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 6.9 seconds. Pretty decent. However, the previous A4 would go in 6.3 seconds and the previous A5 Sportback would go in 6.4 seconds. But the new A5 has a top speed of 150 miles per hour. The previous A4 and the A5 Sportback had a top speed of 130 miles per hour. Now the S5 and the S5 Avant can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.5 seconds. The previous S4 would go in 4.4 seconds, but the previous S5 Sportback would also go in 4.5 seconds. And just like the previous S4 and the S5 Sportback, the new S5 has a top speed of 155 miles per hour. The standard A5 models come with steel spring suspension, but the A5 models with the S-Line exterior and the S models have sport suspension, which lowers the vehicle by 20mm for improved agility. You can also get the optional S Sport suspension with adaptive dampers, so you can soften up the suspension for better comfort, or you can stiffen up the suspension for improved agility. And this adaptive suspension setup constantly adjusts based on the road conditions for a smoother ride. These new vehicles also feature stiffer steering and suspension mounts on the front axle. This provides precise and controlled handling, and it also has Audi's brake torque vectoring, which applies braking force to specific wheels so it can distribute torque across the wheels. It only applies enough braking force to reduce the speed of the wheel without locking it up, and this system helps a lot with the traction, especially in corners, as it applies braking force to the inner wheels and sends the torque to the outer wheels. Also, the all-wheel drive system significantly improves the traction. The new A5 models also come with a bunch of driving assistance systems. The standard features are rear parking aid, which helps a lot while reversing, lane departure warning, which helps to prevent the vehicle from going out of its lane, and the vehicle can detect for drowsiness while driving. You can also pay extra for features, such as Adaptive Cruise Assist Plus, where the vehicle can automatically accelerate or brake for other cars in front. It comes with lane guidance to keep the vehicle inside of the lane. Other optional features include Front Emergency Brake Assist to prevent a forward collision by automatically applying brakes, Evasion Assist to automatically steer around obstacles, also to prevent a collision, Front Cross Traffic Assist, and Turn Assist, where the vehicle monitors oncoming traffic while turning, and to prevent a collision, it will automatically apply brakes. It's a very advanced vehicle. So, the new A5 will start shipping later this year. and it is a really good car. It looks lovely on the outside. It has a beautiful interior. It has lots of tech, and it's a big improvement over its predecessors. And once this vehicle ships, I will be comparing it to its competitors, and you don't want to miss out on those episodes. So make sure to smash the red subscribe button down below and turn on the notifications. That way you never miss out on any new episode posted on this channel. And also let me know in the comments down below, what are your opinions of the new A5? But anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for today's episode.